Good morning. Hope everyone's having a blessed morning on this blessed Thursday. This is a blessed day. And we definitely going to get into this dope content. And what is this content about? What is this content about? I made a decision to not play the jazz music because basically I want your guys to really hear me. I want your guys to really pay take. I really want your guys to really hear me and pay attention to what I'm saying to you. All right, and it's really important that you do this. All right, basically our life depends on it, and this content right here and this platform is for us to shape and mold and reverse whatever happened to us. Now I know that it's going to take time. That it's going to take time for us to actually to find out and define on who we are. After gaining knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and first and foremost, I'm speaking to myself. And then I'm speaking to I'm speaking to a large audience. I'm speaking to my fans, my followers, my subscribers, and my viewers. After knowing and understanding, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, after defining your square and circle, after having the knowledge of creation, after having the knowledge of yourself, after doing the knowledge, right? What's supreme mathematic? And defining your community, defining your family, defining wherever you encounter, where do you go from here? Now, I did this before. I did this topic before, but I wanted to reconnect to it. And by me reconnecting to it, hopefully it can reconnect to you and give you a sense of pride, a sense of glory, a sense of hope that we are desperately needed, right? And all of these things that's happening, that's in our country, all of these things that is happening in our country, and knowing that this is our country, where do you go from here? What do you do? What do you do as a descendant of Abel? Peace and blessings be upon him. After knowing these things, after knowing the powers, after knowing the intelligence, after knowing the abilities that you have, where do you go from here? And basically, I'm talking to those that is conscious. Those that is conscious, that have the will and understanding, so that they can define their situation and understand this situation and approach it, right, in different levels. Meaning to approach a situation not angrily or violently, but approach it with intelligence, approach it with experience, right, and approach it with guidance from up above, from the supreme being. Where do you go from here after knowing all these things? So you can help yourself, and you can define yourself, and you can help your family out. You can help your close friends out. Where do you go from here? Where do everybody else go? Where do everybody else go? And this is strictly from the Alpha Omega, the created everything existing. He basically gave you this, not you going somewhere else and gaining the recipe, right? And gaining an insight physically on how to get to the bag or wherever else you want to define money, right? And a good living upon you and your family. Not that you searching, that you are blessed by him. Where do you go from here? How can you help yourself out? How can you help others out? How? Because being the example is not enough. Because we are faced with technology. We are faced with a lot of things that people are scared and nervous. They are scared and nervous. They had never have seen these things, encountered these things before. Where do you go from here? Where? Where do you go, beloved? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves as we progress in life. Where do you go from here? The only way you could, the only place that you could go from here is up. It's up. That is the only place that you can go is up. After doing the knowledge of the earth, after doing the knowledge of the birds, after doing the knowledge of the human being, after doing the knowledge with scientific, supreme mathematics, after doing the knowledge physically and mentally, where do you go from here? Where do you go? This is a serious question. This is a serious question. This is a serious question. Because I know, I just said it. I just said, where do you go from there? Where do you go? I just told you. But how can you go up when you don't have the knowledge and the understanding to go up? As we see the world, right? As we see the world, as we see Bill Gates, as we see Elon Musk, as we see Trump, as we see this world, right? Going to a digital world, going to AI, going to a robotic world. Where do it leave you at? Where do it leave you at? Where do you leave you at? Where is spirituality? Where is scriptures? Where does it go? Because these are the questions that we ask ourselves. Because to be frank with you, people are scared and nervous and fear what's going on. They are having anxiety. This is a form of oppression in our own land. This is a form of oppression. It's a form because you have an anxiety. You have an anxiety and nightmares of waking up that we're going to get bombed. The only place that you can go with that you can be safe, that's just my experience, is of the spiritual realm, spiritual existence, spiritual connection. Everything that's going on, right? You see, when you're dealing with the spiritual realm will give you glimpses of bits and pieces what is going to take place tomorrow. That's why I told you that it's a lie to say that tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. Yes, tomorrow is not promised to some. And for others, it is promised. When he loves you and when he's robbing out with you, he will let you know what is going on. So you can define what? Your images and your thoughts. And what's going on is a state of ignorance, a state of what? Dumb, deaf, and blind that is going on upon the earth in our land. And the reason why this is going on, because we are reluctant on taking our roles of justice and balance and placed it with the fear of mankind. We placed it with the fear of mankind. You forgot who you are. You forgot who you are. You forgot that you could transform your spirit in and out your body freely. And it cannot be detected. And it cannot be detected. That alone is power to destroy all physical things that the physical cannot see. This what? Cannot see you or see this entity. If you cannot see the entity can see you and you can see the entity, right? And you can also do damage once you learn the ability to transform your spirit freely in and out your body. Yes. That's why it's important to master that self, to keep justice and balance. You think that we just got this physical body just to have this physical body? No. It's to house that spirit. It's to house the spirit. It's to house the foreverness, so that we can transform our spirit in our body, so that we can step to things that the physical eye in the physical world cannot see. What limitations? These are the things that we must master. These are the things that we must look into. These are the things that we must search deep inside of ourselves, and knowing how to work our abilities and our what? Secret arts of keeping justice and balance upon the earth. That's who you are. That's who you are. So Elon Musk said that, don't worry about saving your savings. Don't worry about retirement, because AI is going to bring a great abundance of wealth. It's going to bring a great abundance of wealth for all the citizens, everybody in existence. Do you believe that to be true? Do you believe that to be true? Bill Gates is saying that the world and time is going backwards. It's not going forward. It's going backwards. It's going backwards. The administration is waging war upon everybody. Oppression. To oppress those that don't have the resources and the materials to fight back. What do you do? What do you do? Do you go on with your life like, hey, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. We got to take from others. Or is it about trading with spirituality? You see, this country, way before it was taken from us, mind, body, and soul, we traded with other civilization with knowledge, because we are the technology of the future. We are the bridge and the tools in the gap between this life and the beyond. ABEL descendants, which is an actually true fact. And once you know this and understand this, then those can come to you. And see, this is the problem. This is the problem with us. Worshiping mankind and worshiping things that itself is created by the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence. We are losing hope here. It's a platform being set. It's a path that's being set for a major impact that's going to test our faith, our hunger, our survival as a civilization. Yes, it is. So this is part one. This is part one. Where do we go from here as a people? Where do we go as a civilization? Where do we go? Where do we go? After knowing this, because if you know this, you're going to be scared. You are going to be scared and feared. This is something to think about. This is something to think about. Because what's going on, it is not by our hands. It is not by our hands. It is not by our hands. It's by hands of others that's in our land. And if we do not speak up verbally or do something verbally, that means that we accept what's going on. So this is something to think about. This is something for you to sit back. Where do you go from here? After knowing knowledge and understanding and wisdom and doing the knowledge of everything that you encounter, of doing the knowledge, where do you go from here? Do you save yourself and your family, or do you give them the power and knowledge of all things that's in existence that needs to be saved, coming from the spiritual realm? Because each and every one of us may not have the power to understand the spiritual realm. This is something to think about. And I need for you to understand that. So this is part one. Part two, I'm going to get really into it. So I want you guys to have an amazing day and be blessed. And may the Creator protect y'all. Peace.